Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Ready?
This is Gordon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. They're going to go play action now with Stick. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. He'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Jordan Evans able to record his 5th sack of the season. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Go out. What? Twitch. Hey, zoom. Switch. Ready?
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant. 49. Hey. Hey, echo. Shoot.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
Topper. Go.
He'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Watch 49. Here we go. 2 times. 3 out.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ready.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Don't get nervous.
They'll drop the throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
49's the mic. I'm on.
Bravo. Hurry.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Steve 6. Get it.
2nd and 4. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Charger drive about to get going. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stick trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground and picked up by the Chargers. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stick, and he comes back with one complete.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And the Chargers first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Yeah, let's get set. Check, 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 check.
Ready?
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Got it. Come on, set. 50, plant.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Slay, slay. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Off play action, it's Stick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. 30 base.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
On first down, here's Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 48-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Come on, come on.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll set up the throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have to.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Hey, Orbit.
Stick back to pass. Sliding out of it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
44, Mike, 44.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
44 is Mike, check. Hey, me and you all game. I'm coming after you.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, Wahoo! Leo!
Second and 10. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in what we saw to be a very competitive first half. 8-7, just a 1-point game at intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to unlock.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They'll set up to throw. Looking for a throwing back, and he's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Look at me, zipper.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
Move. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
49.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Pull it together. Kill. Switch.
Protein spill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll try to run with Hunt. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And caught by Henry. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
So throw again on 2nd down. Stick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Stick looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Chargers.
On the set.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Gordon on first down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Chargers on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
36, 218, chop.
Check hot route. Hot.
1st and 10, stick. That's caught by Jackson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now stick. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped.
Sack City, baby.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Watch the boot.
Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Gordon. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, exit.
44 is the mic. 44.
Yeah.
Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 44.
Defense.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. SOS.
Hey.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it here with Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure?
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Intercepted by the Chargers. Sets up first down and
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,